Hill is cracking. You got Flip Moss in another video. Got a good one for you guys today. Uh, I've been wanting to do this for a good little while, and we're making some huge pivots. So I'm gonna jump straight into it because those of you that follow me, or maybe you don't follow me, and you're just coming across this video, lucky you. We've been doing something the last few years, and this has retired my steel toes. It's retired my wife. It's allowed me to be a present husband, a present dad. It's allowed me to make, you know, full time income to pay my bills, travel, and absolutely spoil the shit out of my wife. Work with amazing people and help them, quit their jobs, build businesses that they fucking love, and just all around it's changed everything for me. So if you're a person that is an affiliate, coach, consultant, or you've got like a certain expertise and you're looking to monetize online or add to your brick and mortar business, whatever the case may be, this will be very, very beneficial for you. So I'm gonna jump right into it. This might be more than one part. So if you're seeing this video right now and you like what I say in the next few minutes, make sure you subscribe and leave a comment because it's probably going to be a series for me to break down this entire system. It's allowed us and clients to do over $3 million in less than 2 years. So that's students, clients, and ourselves, of course. So we're calling it the community conversion system. It's building your own audience of people that vibe with you as a person, and they are the ones to end up becoming customers and clients for whatever it is you want to sell. I've become famous for saying, we don't care if you sell dildos, dump trucks, or digital courses. We'll show you how to sell it in an ethical way. So groups, cultures, and communities are what we have found to be very important in any kind of business, regardless of what you sell. And it's going to be a key catalyst to folks having successful businesses. If they don't have it, their business will die slowly come 2024. So this is what, like I said, allowed me to leave my blue collar job, and we've actually built a 7-figure business, which is kind of crazy. And full transparency, that's not all profit, but we've done over $1 million online. Okay. Now we've got a pool of clients who've done more than 2 times we have, using our frameworks, our strategy, our methodology, and frameworks. So we're not here to argue about the importance of a community, but just a simple look offline proves everything that I'm saying. Folks want to be a part of stuff. Look at churches, sporting events, football teams. Look at how many people gather in a community. It's like this team versus this team, and like everybody wants to be a part of something. Designer brands, clubs, rappers, movie stars, etc. So folks just want to be a part of shit. Okay. Now, attaching a community to your products, whether it's physical products, whether it is a service you provide, it's info products, it's a course, it's coaching, consulting, having a community is like one of the most important and profitable things that you can do in this day and time. Okay, we're in the biggest digital era that the world has ever seen, and it's only going to continue to grow. All right, so I'm gonna run you guys through why I think it is imperative. Now, me and my business partner Nate, we've helped a shit ton of folks. Launch 10 grand a month, do multi 6 figures. Like we've helped folks do all kinds of things. So we're coming into a part of the world or a time in the world where AI and automation and lack of human interaction is kind of big. But what we see is human interaction is the thing that is missing, that are things that people really, really want. Like if you don't have something that has like community or intimacy where you're working with people closely or at least getting to know them, a lot of them aren't interested. Okay. And that's because people need human interaction. All right. The buyer's journey, this is like important for 2024. The buyer's journey is getting longer. Folks are having to see more of your content and more of you before they make a buying decision. So this is where the community conversion system comes into play, because we don't chase people down. We don't send cold messages. We don't do sales calls. We don't do none of that shit that a lot of other folks are doing. We just use this system and folks buy when they're ready. All right. So if you're losing sleep with how you're currently onboarding clients or landing sales with high pressure sales tactics, running off scripts and living in a bro scaling environment where you need to acquire new clients every single month to hit your income goals, then you're going to want to make a pivot. Okay, it's just going to benefit you. So it can actually bring you the time freedoms that most of us are actually blazed down this whole entire entrepreneurship journey in the first place for. It'll bring that to reality. All right, more fun, more leverage, and ultimately more profits with less clients. Right. So we focus on getting clients one time, and then it's retention. So that means us keeping the same business and working with folks for longer periods of time. And that is possible because of this community conversion system. Folks get to know us really, really well through our content because we're just open, honest, and transparent as fuck based on everything that we've done in this industry. So folks get to get as much of us as they want based on where we put content, where we run trainings, free stuff, paid stuff, etc. Okay. So let me break down who this model will help the most. Okay. Because we've kind of, leaned against and away from beginners because most beginners don't stick with something long enough in order to see the results that they say they want. So in other words, their actions don't align with what they say they want. So if you're dreading walking into the fucking office every day or, the plant floor like I used to, shout out to the guys I used to work with and my plant manager, Howard. I work with some absolutely amazing men, but I couldn't do that shit forever. Let's be real. So if you walk into the office every morning, see your calendar packed with calls, strategy sessions, team calls, just a bunch of shit you don't want to do, we can help you. If you operate a very acquisition heavy business where you're like always needing new business every single month and you're starting over from zero when it comes to income, we can help you and have you stop wondering where your next sale is coming from. The affiliate who's already cracking consistent 5K plus per month, who's ready to blaze down, the trail of building their own suite of products, digital assets, services, etc. We can help you. If you're working 12 plus hours a day inside your business just to stay afloat and you're looking for a way out, you want more leverage, more time freedom, we can definitely help you with that too. Or you already have products, services, a business that's doing anywhere from 5, 10, 15 grand, and you want to simplify and consolidate things so you can start putting money back into the business to work for you. Also create more leverage. We can definitely help you with that too. Okay. Now, real quick, I think it's important for us to run you through this. Nate Ryan, that's my business partner. Shout out to that guy on the West Coast. I'll pause this for a second and let you kind of run through this. Real quick, he came across an ad one night and he wanted to escape, the gummy bear factory. He dove headfirst in the online space and he found out real quick that it wasn't what it was cracked up to be. So his first few years were rough. He did SMMA, built businesses in a box, sold PLR, tried to become an authority in blog sites and YouTube. But he built a community as an afterthought. Okay. 2019. Had a hard look at his business starting in 2021, was doing 10 posts a week, 2 blog posts, 3 YouTube videos. Like, dude was just grinding. Was getting on sales calls. And he stopped doing everything but the community. All right. And started growing it. He stayed focused an entire year utilizing short form video. And that's how he grew his community. Content, conversation in the group to convert clients, wrapped up in a year with doing over 100 grand as an affiliate. So within that time frame, he almost stumbled into the process that we're talking about today, community conversion system, which would go on to be responsible for a 7-figure business. It became the key element for a pool of clients who've used to produce well over $2 million in their own businesses, selling different shit within less than 2 years. Okay. He locked arms with me, started 2021. We launched one of our signature programs called Group Juice, which quickly became a medium for consistent 30K months. And we went on and we launched, more than a dozen different offers together last year, ranging from $17 to $1,000 per month per client. All right. So right here, we've got yours truly. Yeah. So look, when I When I finally found a mastermind that aligned with me as a person, I knew I'd found the right one because of the community that came along with it. Like, you got to have support, and it was weekly support, and that was key into my first sprinkle of success. Like, no shit. I started my own group within 15 days in 2020 when I sold my lawnmower, and I invested $1,500. And at this point, I think I was about 6 months where I just got fired after COVID and all that good stuff. So I could document my own journey inside of that group. That's why I started it, and I was just sharing wins, pitfalls, lessons, everything that I was dealing with and learning throughout the process. And at this point, I've posted literally thousands and thousands of pieces of content in my group. Um, in my very own community, I made my first $1,000 in with less than 100 folks in that group. So you don't have to have a big audience of people, to make a chunk of money. And my Facebook community is what set the scene for me. I didn't even know it at the time. 2021, I went hard on bringing more sauce to those that were in my group, and I put a focus on growing it with folks that were on the same path as me or wanted to walk the same path, right? So this led to my first six figures as what some folks would call a super affiliate. 2022, Nate and I put our heads together. We realized we were doing some of the same stuff, and we launched Group Juice. That took us to multiple six figures, and our student and client success just toppled ours using our methodologies. And they did this with their own Facebook groups. So that's like huge proof of concept, proof in the pudding, whatever you want to call it. Now, our Facebook communities alone have allowed us to impact thousands of folks directly and millions of people indirectly from the content we produce. And we've done this for years now. We've crossed over 1.1 million in our own business. That's not including physical products. This is like affiliate offers, softwares, our own stuff that we've created, curriculums, etc. So community and monetization has been like our forte for a few years at this point. And we really do enjoy showing other folks how to do it, because we both spent 3 years and a shit ton of money investing in the wrong things. So we wanted to create something for folks like us, right? Like I'm getting ready to go hunting this evening, and I'm excited that I have the schedule that I do. I'll tuck my kids in tonight. We cooked deer meat last night. Like, I'm always present, and this is the reason for that. So it's been big for us, and it's no signs of changing. It's actually the opposite. So community and human interaction, intimacy within your brand, with your audience, it's going to be like huge for 2024. So a lot of folks ask, okay, this has worked for you, and you say you've had successful students and clients, but who does it really work for? So here's a quick little snapshot of Nate and myself. And in the background, we pulled all these just to show these are awards that we bought and paid for with our own money to send to these people. Awesome fucking humans, by the way, that have done anywhere from 10,000 profit in 19 days up to multi six figures in a year. All right. So every single one of these people, there's a couple folks in here that are already 2 Comma Club award winners. That would be Jacob, and Jamie. Shout out to those guys, because, they had a huge role and still do in, what I do today and how well I've done. But they saw what we were doing with Group Juice, absolutely fucking loved it. Even though they had $1 million businesses of their own, they decided to promote it to their audience. So that right there should speak volumes by itself. So every one of these people here have gotten an award from us. Some of them have a t-shirt business. Some of them have information businesses. Some of them are affiliates. Some of them have created their own stuff, but directly from what we created in Group Juice. So quick little snapshot of some folks we've worked closely with. Thad and Demi, a combined community of less than 1,000 people, turned an offer we helped them create into 6 figures in 100 days. They've went on to do multi 6 figures as well. Chantel, one of my favorite fucking stories because her story is one that will trump anyone who makes excuses. She is from a third world country. She used to make $200 a month, and she just recently ran a micro campaign that we helped with that brought in 16 grand, and she's already crossed a six-figure mark in 12 months. I think it's like 140 grand at this point. So very big jump for her from making 200 bucks a month, which is $2,400 a year, to a six-figure business. Ashley Heath, she was already smashing sales in her business, but wanted to create more of a leverage, streamlined process. So we made a couple tweaks, helped her with a few offers, added 5 figures to her income in 49 days, and went on to cross the six-figure mark that first year with us. Jeanette and Jill, two of the sauciest ladies that you will come across. They quickly grew both of their Facebook groups by 3,000 members in less than a month, using Group Juice strategies, working with us personally. And they've gone on to launch multiple digital products of their own. They just ran another one yesterday off of a cool little offer, and made some sales right off the back of a live based on the offer they created. So it was pretty cool. Mark Scott, absolutely awesome dude. He went from wanting to be like a full blown affiliate, just the bridge to help folks, to helping create a multiple six-figure program that's helped a fuck ton of people. And he's like, he'll tell you if you ask him. He was one of the first people to say, "Hey, what you guys have got is way more than affiliate marketing. It's like, it's personal branding, it's business, it works for everything." So he's now one of the teachers inside of a program that did like a six-figure launch. One who's simply applied our offer creation training that's inside of our curriculums, smashed over 63 sales with the product of her own, using our plug and play templates to generate quick and easy $2,000. And again, countless clients, they've taken what we taught them and built their own client getting communities with folks that are just like happily buying their shit, and they all sell different things. So this is the type of people that it works for. These are just normal folks, badass folks, cool people that we've helped along their journey. So next, I want to share something that's important. Some of the biggest misconceptions about scaling to consistent 30K months in a leverage way. So a lot of folks will tell you that it's impossible to do because you aren't getting enough volume, or your business is relying on more and more acquisition, which a lot of people's are. That you can't do this without sales calls and strategy sessions and Zoom calls, or people won't buy a $5,000 to $10,000 product without high pressure sales tactics. That's just bullshit. A lot of folks will say groups are dead and that effectively running a community takes too much time. I might work 15 to 20 hours a week, maybe. You always need to turn and burn new clients because they won't stay with you for prolonged periods of time. 80% of our private clients have been with us for 1 to 2 years already, and they renew with us when their time's up. So again, it's just a myth. Another one is you need a massive audience or following to create content catered, and you have to go mega viral if you want security and big incomes. And last but not least, you need complex systems and complicated funnels and hard to use tech that gives you a headache and automation to scale. You do not. And this is how we have flipped it on its head. Like, no shit. So the majority of our content, it gets not a lot of views, 200 to 400 views on short form video. Not a lot of engagement, not a lot of comments. We don't have huge followings, but we still onboard clients every month, and we're pushing. I think we're averaging like $1,600 in revenue every day for almost 700 days. So that's like our average daily income revenue for the business. It's not all profit, okay? Because we pay folks and whatnot, and we have business expenses, okay? But the point is, we processed over 2,500 payments, might be 2,600 now, in the last 24 months with less than a dozen calls. This is mainly like contests that folks won, or they bought a particular offer where it came with a one-on-one call. But those 2,600 sales, like we didn't do sales calls. Okay. It's a big part of, our process and what we also teach. So we've done this with products ranging anywhere from $33 to $1,000 a month, closing deals as big as 14 grand. Okay. So communities will give you the ability to create a movement. It's a culture-based environment beyond your products and services. Okay. And this is the shit that lasts forever. And we've like literally dumbed it down and condensed it to our community content creation, less than 120 minutes for the entire day. Nate will do his content in like 90 minutes for the week, and me, I'm kind of an on the fly guy, but I have been getting better at writing multiple pieces of content. So we're more retention focused than acquisition. So it's like we only want to get a customer or client one time, and they stick with us. So we increase the LTV. The reason that we're retention focused is we've had clients paying us high ticket retainers for about 2 years now. So anywhere from 500 to over $1,000 a month, like clockwork. So we have a fractional size of folks with massive audiences, yet we've still managed to produce over $1 million in sales just between the two of us. So like we have significantly smaller audiences and followings than most people that are in the same industry. We've distilled our entire model down to a medium for attention, a space to build relationships at scale, simple DM conversations to convert clients, and our entire team for the 7-figure business is myself, Nate, our relationship manager, and a video editor. Shout out to Chantel and Brooke. The model is simple. Okay. The entire process is into 4 phases. And once you have them in place, it just becomes a game of, feeding and compound your results each and every month. Nothing hard, nothing complicated, nothing simple. Like literally 3rd grade level. Okay. It's attention, growth, eyeballs, brand awareness. That's what you want for attention. So when you take the time to build the correct structure, everything will change for you. All right. Excuse me. This is only one piece of the puzzle that needs to be treated as such. So not like particularly trying to onboard coaching clients and sell your products and services in this arena, but instead utilize the massive attention. So you can do that to acquire and grow your audience, your following, specifically your community of your own, where you can like then build rapport with folks, deeper connections, get to know them, see where they're at, how you can help. And that's a big part of the structure. Okay. So your own distribution of content, that's something that you can control and you should be in control. Unless you're making like 100 grand a month, you should be the one producing your content because it's you. So this can be outsourced and scheduled once created, but you should create the content. We prefer short form video content to act as like fuel on the fire because it can cause a rapid influx of community growth, audience growth, etc. We just literally had a client take their Facebook profile to 55,000 followers, built a 1,000 member Facebook group, and brought in like 10 grand in 45 days. So the real power of this is that you can cast a wide net of attention to your brand and audience by creating content one time, and can take a singular TikTok video and have it published, to multiple platforms, which then they all fuel community growth. So I do this I only post on one platform, and then it's distributed automatically across a few others. If you want what I use to make that happen, comment content 10x in the comments below this video, and make sure you subscribe if you find any of this shit valuable, because we are going to be cranking up the YouTube channel. So another thing is other people's distribution of content. So there's this thing, you can borrow other people's parades and audiences, making it a point to have you show up in other people's places by becoming a person of value. So podcasts, live interviews, training swaps, You do a training in their world, they do one in yours. These work extremely well at bringing like red hot folks into your ecosystem and can bring attention to you for long periods of time. I got invited to go do a live in someone else's Facebook group, and one particular lady reached out immediately after the interview and bought a $3,000 product from me, where I earned a $1,500 commission just because I went and done a laid back interview. Okay. So next is indoctrination. So pre-selling on your offers and how you do things. This is what's going to pre-sell for you naturally without you ever really selling. That's like secret sauce. Your community. So this could be like a school community. It could be a Facebook group. It could be a YouTube channel. Any medium for longer form content, that's longer than 60 seconds. The ultimate goal is to like build relationships with folks. Let them get to know you, and you chat to them, get to know them at scale, and shed light on your plan, your process, how and what you do, how you live life, types of hobbies you got, how you run the business. And naturally over time, this shrinks the resistance or objections, for the sales process when you're making the offer. Okay. So the free bait, a lot of folks say bait and switch. So we're very, very open, honest, and transparent. Like we give a lot of stuff away for free that most people charge for. And we do that because we want folks to understand the concept and everything that we're doing before they ever make a buying decision. Right. So we don't preach get rich quick or make $1 million in 30 days. Our message has been the same for years. And that is, you got to be willing to put in 6 to 12 months if you want your life to change. That's like the sweet spot, 6 to 12 months. If you can show up and consistently learn and implement, these skills, you can change the game. No shit. But you want to have some form of free trainings, resources, some kind of incentive to cause folks to take quick action on what it is that they can get from you when they come into your world. These can be talked about and used externally in other content for lead generation, aka lead magnets, etc. Now, the power of this is, in fact, that you can go into creating these to get people up to speed with where they need to be in order to buy your premium priced offers. Okay. And this handles the objections all at once. It's a beautiful thing. So like you can encapsulate or capture your energy one time, and it can work for you time and time again without you. So it'll continue to work for you as you move people along the buyer's journey. Something else we really love is micro offers, feeders. So like we might, run a micro campaign, something cheap, maybe 50 to $100, and we'll see like who's really interested in the audience around XYZ topics. And, you can bring in anywhere from 500 to a few grand. I just ran a micro campaign not too long ago, and I think I did about six pieces of content for it and opened the cart for 24 hours, and it did like $2,500 in profit, something like that. We love helping other folks roll stuff like this out. It's like, I love helping folks create offers. I love offers as a whole. So just keep that in mind. It's something that really helps with ascension and sales off the back end, but we'll talk about that more in a second. Conversion, like where the relationship really, really begins and the money is made. Okay. So we have this thing that we created called the Zoomless Sales Codex. We kind of learned this from Jacob, and he learned it from Travis, but we love the concept behind it and just, took off with it. So we dial in the first two pillars because, calls will almost become a complete waste of time because, on a sales call where you're trying to figure out if someone's a good fit and qualify, you got to ask the same questions, that come up with the same objections and stuff like that. So why not create something that will take the place of the call? This is where a VSL, video sales letter, or an offer doc, aka Google document, PDF, whatever you want to call it, where you can handle all the objections, qualify them as they're reading themselves without you, and just have a quick conversation. If they're not a good fit, we get them back into the ecosystem and get them consuming some more things that will help them and move them along until they are ready. Right? We don't try and sell to folks that aren't ready to buy. We just don't do it. So quick combos off the tail end of content inside the community, and we close sales with Google Documents and PDFs. Okay. Um, Something else we've helped a lot of folks do, and we've got a handful of these ourselves, is your own buyers communities. So like having the correct support structures in place when you're selling stuff, whether it's an affiliate offer or your own offer. This is just where you're helping folks. You're just supporting them through things that they're already going through, that your prospects purchase. Because if they have a good experience with you one time, then the chances of them continuing to buy or buying something else, goes up by 1,000%. Right. So this is incredibly powerful if you're promoting products as an affiliate. Okay. Ascension and retention. So like lifetime value and recurring revenue focused. We've been spending about 2 years building, that EMI, which I call every month income. So we've built a lot of monthly recurring revenue, MRR, and we've done this with a handful of different price products that we offer. We call it the stress melter, because like you start every month with money coming in, not at zero, so you don't have to go out and fight the algorithm and compete with people to get more clients and more customers. So we made it a point to, look at what we're selling and making sure it's affordable and attainable. And we've got different options, having like a recurring payment method. This will hands down change everything about the way you operate. If you've already starting the month with $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 coming in, then you can kind of show up as a completely stress-free person. All right. So this further fuels the proof of concept, because you can focus on, more of the things that you want to, because you've already got folks paying you, and then you can work on helping them get more results, which compounds everything by default. All right. And you never run out of content fuel ever. And this is where the compound effect comes into play. So like over time, you stack the recurring income stream that you could be struggling to achieve consistently with, like, if you're acquisition heavy, always needing new customers, new clients and shit like that. We built ours up to about 30,000 per month in recurring income, mixing in payment plans, low ticket subscriptions, high ticket continuity programs. And we've been doing this for a while. So we call that elastic pricing. Becoming fluid with like your prices when situation arises and opens up, like the scope of the volume, the amount of people that you can get into your paid program, and that just kind of builds your MRR and gets folks what they want. These convert well because they're hyper personalized. So anytime you can like personalize an offer, fucking do it. It's a lot deeper than the dollars. Okay, everybody wants to make money, but not everybody wants to put in the work that actually will produce the money. So this is where a lot of people fall off. But if you got into this business for like reasons deeper than making buku bucks, then this will be the biggest benefactor. You end up building a kick-ass relationships with folks, and they work with you for a long ass time. Right. And then like y'all become friends, you meet them, you go out on trips and vacations. That's what we do. We've went and hung out with core clients 2 years in a row now. Absolute fucking blast. But like it's a cool experience, hands down. So I wanted to see if I can move this up a little. I might have to change the size. There we go. So I'll get smaller for a second. This is a visual representation of like our business as a whole, of the community conversion system. All right. So like over here, you've got social media. Like you don't have to have this many. This is just like what we've layered in over time. So Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, now X, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok. So I post on TikTok one time, and my TikTok, the way I have it set up about that content 10X, if y'all want me to do a video on that, just comment that below. I post on TikTok once, and it goes to a few other places, including a Google Drive where I can repurpose it wherever I want. So all of this traffic is geared to grow a community, right? It could be Facebook, it could be school, it could be Circle, Go High Level, etc. This grows my email list. All right. This is where they can get like free trainings and resources, get them up to speed. We've got a free workshop. We call it the six-figure workshop that lives inside of my group. And that right there is like what a lot of folks charge for, and we just give it away for free. Okay. And then they see all of the other content within the group that I post multiple times a week. And then using YouTube, here you are now. And all of these will end up leading to a messenger conversation. And again, we don't do any slimy bullshit or force people to buy anything. We just talk to them like a regular human, see if we can help. If we can, we make them an offer based on their goals, their time, and their budget. So like we really try to meet folks where they are. And the North Star where we want to work with folks closely is core, right? So this is a continuity offer. It's the North Star of our business. You can build this up as big or as small as you want. We only work with about 25 to 30 private clients at one time. That way we can give them the attention that they need. Okay. So other people's distributions, like what we were talking about, borrowing parades, borrowing other people's audiences. This is like Facebook, YouTube, podcasts, lives, wherever you live, that all will come back to you some way, form, or fashion. But that's it in a nutshell. Okay. So if I had to be completely honest, which I like honesty, I really think this will change the game for a lot of people, especially like, their end goal and what they want to accomplish in 2024. Most importantly, it can make shit fun again. If like I just talked to a guy, he's got a huge following, 20 times bigger than mine. He works 14 to 16 hours a day and he is not happy with the business, right? Great guy, but he does not have a lot of leverage. And he was looking to get some help doing that. Anyways, for the longest time, we were kind of forced into a mold of having to do it a certain way. And the shitty part is for many that they'll put their desires to the side and sacrifice, why they even started for the promise of big money. Versus we want to prioritize family, clients, right? And that it brings money by default. So a couple of years ago, we decided to do the complete opposite of what everyone else was doing. This is what changed everything for us. We ditched the complex systems because I fucking suck at tech anyway, and relied on, not relying on automation or outreach. We don't cold DMs. I know it works for some people and it does work, but I don't want to spend that much time. So instead, we leaned into our antiviral approach. And this is like through micro videos, 60 seconds or less. Okay. This allowed us to have a consistent flow of people coming into our worlds based on how we created the content. We stopped trying to convert cold traffic, and we stopped hopping on the phone with people that weren't ready. And we just made this the first step that everyone takes in their journey, which is the community. We made that the big thing. So this is where you can build the trust, the like, and go down the journey of being, ready to buy on their own time. Again, this is like the smoothest way that we found to do this. Now, in return, this lets you get your time back. All right. When you get your community rolling correctly, the need for a sales call or spending all day back and forth talking about, the weather and dumb shit and how your mama and them, it's damn near eliminated. Like it's only a few messages back and forth. So your story, your journey, your expertise, your results, all of this is, condensed down into a place that people can come and consume as much of you as they want to sell themselves until they're ready. I think that's like the coolest angle. So you can be a semi-solopreneur. If you want to learn like super simple approach to turning simple posts on social media and short conversations in the inbox into like a leveraged 20K plus per month income stream, then this is going to be like the ideal model for you, as you don't need to hire closers. You don't need to, have a calendar packed out, like you don't have to do 80 sales calls every month or every week, onboard tons of team members or hire huge employees. Like you don't have to do all that. So we kind of figured out over time that less is more. And if you have those burning thoughts of how can I scale this business, because you're like already strapped with, number of clients that you're working with, this can give you more leverage. And that freedom that you kind of started this whole thing with. And this is about working with less clients, getting paid more. And we've had 11K days out of groups of 43 people. We've had days like that on multiple occasions. Um, and this brings us to the decision matrix. Stuff this into the back of your brain and just think about it. Keep running how you currently are, even if you have that voice in the back of your head telling you that things can't go on like this for another 12 months, right? Like, let's just be real with each other. How we do it isn't a secret. Like, we're just breaking it down. We've been talking about it since 2021. All right. Group Juice Core Accelerator. You can join us on the inside of Core and have us help you map out this entire ecosystem and get it humming, like completely personalized to you, your perspectives, what you stand for, make sure it's in alignment with you, and just build a brand that you're proud of, just as we've done with clients who've used it to crack 2 million in sales in less than 2 years, right? So real quick, the Core Accelerator, it's our secret baby that we're finally going public with. We've been running it for 2 years. We got results out the wazoo, and this is one of the first public videos that we've ever created to invite folks to join us on the inside. So it's not for everyone. I'm not going to lie. We don't have it, to run this cookie cutter bullshit coaching program. It's literally a tight knit group of handpicked folks. There is a waiting list, and we vet everyone who's inside. So we learned that we needed to do that the hard way. It's only a select few clients that we onboard every month, and we keep it around 25 to 30 people. All right. So it's a melting pot of self-paced products, trainings. We also do group coaching every week, and then we've got one-on-one coaching where we personally shed light on all the lessons. We help you craft offers. We look at content, help you with copy, anything that you're dealing with. We're right there for it. So it's like we're just giving all the lessons, good and bad, from the journey of helping folks do over 3 million in sales in less than 2 years between us and clients. Who's it really for? The coach, consultant, educator, online entrepreneur, so many names, but you're already cranking out $5,000 a month, but it's like crazy hours to maintain it, and you're starting the month at zero. Or the affiliate who's already approaching 10K profit mark, ready to launch their own stuff or crank up that affiliate business, adding in some digital assets, having an actual offer around the affiliate products, or just doing your own support and coaching so they can build security, right? If you also, you can't have a problem with the word fuck. I know I've probably said it 100 times. We didn't start this business to be professional. If you think in decades and not days, definitely for you. If you look deeper than the dollars, like you care about people, you want to impact people, but you also want to get paid handsomely, this is for you. You don't need to be babysat. I'm not. Nate's not. We're not going to message you and be like, hey, you doing what you're supposed to do? It's like you say, hey, I got this idea. We formulate a plan. You execute. We win. All right, it's win-win. So we don't babysit. You can't be easily offended. Our mastermind is a melting pot of business strategy and humor. We like to have a good time. Sometimes it's inappropriate. For some reason, our client roster is about 80% women, and they love us to death. You want to be a part of, like, Core's like family. No shit. Sometimes the group calls go for hours, and we shoot the shit. We know each other on a very personal level. We flew out and hung out with everyone on a couple occasions. Okay. Isn't looking for some quick fix to magically spit cash out. We don't have a cash button. So sorry. You got to love what you do. The game as a whole, and wants to make some good money while impacting more people and making sure that you're having fun in the process. Those are like some of the criteria that you have to meet. Okay. So here's the plan. We take personalized stock of where you're currently at, your monetization vehicles, and we help you identify different ways to create more leverage, help you create some assets, put a new one together if need be, or if you aren't clear on how you should be selling it. We'll dial in the community conversion system. Just drop that into your business so you can onboard new clients, just like clockwork. And the way we do that is simple social media posts and DMs to close sales. So we will work directly with you each stage of this process, whether you're just looking to mix in attraction marketing, micro videos, want to work on deploying your own nurturing ecosystem, or just looking for a bit of a restructure and current process to get some time back. Dial in your own content plan that fits you and your audience, so you can leverage, to turn your community into a client getting machine. The goal is to have your entire content produced in less than 120 minutes a week. Now, we also want to help you, create and formulate a full stack of offers where you can keep things super simple. You always know what you're selling. You always know the end goal. And we want to make sure it's paired with ascension plans depending on your own ecosystem. Main goal there is having leveraged evergreen assets that you can sell 24/7. Doesn't matter if you're at the airport, doesn't matter if you're at McDonald's, doesn't matter if you're on the couch, don't matter if you're hunting in the woods. Like, you've always got something you can pull on if someone hits you up, and sell whenever you want, right? We want to help you, build a nest egg of monthly recurring revenue. That right there is the stress melter, the biggest one. And then we look at, ways that we can add or remove layers as needed, as the business grows to, further detach you from being in the business 24/7 so you can enjoy all the things around you. All right. Now, what you get is every tactic, every process that we personally use and actively implement in our own business, which has been, spitting out $1,600 days for 700 days in a row. This also includes access to a suite of other products. Group Juice, 4-step process. This is something that's helped a lot of folks explode. You'll get complimentary access to that. We've got countless success stories in that. We don't even know exactly. Predictable profits. This is our own unique offer creation and how we launch successful products. We personally used to launch every single thing we've ever took to the market, and it's done as much as $76K in 30 days. All right. Cash curriculums, you also get access to this. This is our private paid community that we personally use as digital journals, and we shed light on what we're doing, how we think, how we execute. Okay. You will get a kickoff call. You can join Flip, me, and Nate, the partner, for a call. We look at everything that you got going on, what you're currently doing, and help you, put a personalized game plan together based on what you want to do. All right. 2-to-1 support channel, both of us. So you'll have me and Nate in your back pocket. So in between one-on-one calls and group calls, you can hit us up in the chat and get us to look at anything, give you feedback on offers, conversations that you're having, help you close some sales, etc. The mastermind itself, we've got so many different people inside of here. It's crazy. They all run different businesses, brands. They have unique expertise. The same masterminds that 7-figure business partnerships were formulated. All right. And the weekly core call. So me and Nate, we do structured trainings every Thursday. We field any questions, we share wins, and we optimize any way that we can for other people's businesses that are inside of Core. So a couple bonuses. Complimentary access to any previous products put to market. So you get all of the shit we ever created. And the Core Accelerator Bonus Vault. This is scripts, every single post, template, and resource that we put out that has actually made the business grow. Everything that we've done in the last 24 months, plus the year prior to become super affiliates. The ROI Vault. This is nothing. This would probably be the first place I would start. It's a suite of strategies and trainings designed to help you, inject a quick little cash influx into your business. You could, use one single one and cover the investment of Core, hands down. And a yearly mastermind invite. So we host yearly in-person masterminds at a few different locations. in the U.S. And we meet up with all core clients. We hang out, have a good time, work a little bit, eat good, and just have a good time. So that's what we got for core. So next steps. If you haven't, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment if you found any kind of value in this. Let me know what you would like to see more of. But as far as core goes, I should have a form under here if you are interested in seeing if you qualify and would like to work with us to blow some shit up in 2024. Hit that Google form. It'll say something like core invite, and you can fill out that and we'll reach out to you. Or you can find me on Facebook and hit me directly in the DMs with the word core. And in the meantime, make sure you're in my Facebook group. It's a lot of cool shit in there. Other than that, that's all I got for you. Hopefully you found value in this. Again, drop some comments. I'm open to hate as well, like thick skin. But if you found value, let me know. Other than that, I'll catch you on the flip side and see you in the next one.